Sport présente la grande finale de la soirée. 12 rounds de boxe pour le championnat du monde intérimaire WBC des super moyens. Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Videotron Center in Quebec City, I have the Tiger in association with Top Rank, ESPN, and Riyadh Season proudly present the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Interim Super Middleweight Championship of the World. Ce combat est sanctionné par la Régie des alcools, des courses et des jeux sous la supervision de M. Jean Gauthier. Le superviseur WBC Supervisor from Canada, Mr. Michel Hamelin. Les juges pour ce combat, your judges for this World Championship fight, from Canada, Mr. Guy Girard. From the United States, Mr. Kevin Scott. And from the United States, Ms. Martha Tremblay. L'arbitre, your referee, from Canada, Mr. Michael Griffin. Tout d'abord, dans le coin bleu, s'affiche 33 victoires en 36 combats, 13 obtenus par KO. Il nous vient de Varsovie, Pologne, et pèse 167,7 livres. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, professional record 33 wins in 36 bouts, 13 coming by way of knockout. From Warsaw, Poland, he tipped the scales at 167.7 pounds, Maciej Sulecki. Et son adversaire dans le coin rouge s'affiche absolument parfaite. 28 combats, 28 victoires, 13 obtenus par KO. De Montréal, il pèse 167,7 livres. Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Professional record absolutely perfect. 28 fights, 28 wins, 13 coming by way of knockout. From Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 167.7 pounds, Christian Solid Mbilli.
All right, you men receive my instructions in the dressing room. Remember to protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves now, man. You're boxing at the bell. God bless you both.
As we go from an intense stare down to the tail of the tape, Christian Mbilli, 30 years old, still in his prime. Maciej Sulecki, 36. The height, pretty big disparity, 5'8" to 6'1". But Christian Mbilli's used to that. He doesn't fight long. He fights from the mid-range on in. As we begin round one of a fight with so much at stake, Matt, for Christian Mbilli, a spot on the Canelo Crawford undercard this September. A big step closer to Canelo himself. He can see the mountaintop from here, Matt, but he can't get there unless he handles business against Maciej Sulecki tonight.
And he also knows that many people consider him to be the #1 super middleweight contender outright.
Yes.
And he wants to prove that tonight. He had a good win against Derevchenko, but was hurt with an arm injury to the left arm at some point in that fight. He's had a long training camp. The pressure of headlining tonight and potentially winning the interim title.
Yeah, we've seen this with Mbilli a couple times in the last 13 months, where he has an opponent in front of him, but there are 2 or 3 really significant subplots to the fight that, for a fighter who's not laser focused, can become distractions. It's easy for a guy in Mbilli's position to think about September 13th, to think about beyond September 13th, trying to line himself up for a Canelo fight. But Maciej Sulecki is a very real live underdog, again, because he has that jab and he has that quick right hand.
And Mbilli, though, is not someone who ever takes an opponent lightly.
Exactly.
He's always in the gym, dedicated. So that's not an overlooked part that would happen against a guy like Sulecki in terms of Mbilli. But good timing here on the right hand.
And there was Mbilli, I was about to say it was a measured start for him, but he was just setting a trap. He's ready for Sulecki's jab, and there it is again. Pull counter right hand. He's landed it twice in a row now. And it's a wrinkle that I don't know that Sulecki was ready for, because usually you see Mbilli bobbing, weaving, setting up shop 6 inches off your chest and getting to work.
It's a great point. He's boxed very well in this first round. He hasn't really blitzed in and stayed at the close distance, and That could come over time. Don't forget, it's also potentially his first ever 12-round fight.
Yes.
If it gets to that point.
Here you see even, I'm going to speculate that he's allowing Sulecki to circle in this casino-sized ring, because if at the moment that Mbilli feels like making this ring even smaller, then that tends to be what he does.
It's also when you have the longest stretch really of being inactive in your career. Oh, big uppercut.
Just like we said, left hook to the body, uppercut to the body. Maciej Sulecki hits the deck.
And I don't even think he saw the shot coming.
No, and he is absolutely debilitated. He cannot continue.
Wow.
Sulecki's going to gesture at his corner. But again, maybe our audience is going to tire of me being on the side of safety god. But if you reach the mandatory 8 count and that man is still staggering, there's not a lot you can do, especially knowing you have a murderous puncher like Christian Mbilli across the ring.
Well, if you wanted to have a statement made, I don't know how it gets much better than that. First round knockout. Can't wait to see the replay, but I don't think Sulecki ever saw the shot coming because he was used to the body, and then right back with an uppercut for Mbilli. He was rocking. Referee Michael Griffin is one of the most experienced referees in the game, so you got to trust his judgment on that one.
And again, when the guy gets to his feet, he's standing at the end of the mandatory 8 count, but he's not standing steadily. What else can you do as a referee? These are the rules. He has the mandatory 8 count. If he can't continue, he can't continue.
But what's really impressive from this performance, also from Mbilli, we talked about, it would have been very...
I feel your jealousy, and I know I was a dream. You think it's hard to say out loud that someone disagree. I feel your jealousy, and I know I was a dream. You think it's hard to say out loud that someone disagree. I'm stuck in nowhere, I don't know what to wear, I don't have any idea. What this reminds me, I'm shining or drowning, it's also that I can't receive it. Nobody cares about what am I thinking, what am I thinking about? I'm trying to say one thing, I'm gonna say one thing. I don't care.
Is going to bring him.
And if you talk about highlight reels, you won't have to watch much of that fight to see that uppercut, because that was a heck.
We are going to get another look at it, Matt.
Here you go, right to the body, left hook. That starts to bring his down. Here's the left elbow to separate the guard, and the right uppercut. Just the left forearm, I should say, to kind of destabilize Sulecki. Boom, right, left hook to the body. Here's the left arm, boom. Right uppercut, Sulecki never sees it coming.
Just to give himself a little room to throw that punch.
That's it, boom. Just a little separation.